What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 10, Episode 13. So thankfully, we are at the end. We are here. We are at the end of this. And we start this episode off. We are still at the grand opening of Pressed. The event is over, and towards the end of the event, the kids get into an argument. We know that the kids have been beefing. The boyfriend and the girlfriend, the son girlfriend don't get along with the other son girlfriend, and the daughter is friends with one of the girlfriends, so she don't like the other girlfriend, and it turned into a whole you know what down to the press. Kirk pissed off, Rashida's pissed off, the boys that got disrespectful with the grandmama. It was a lot going on, and ultimately, they had to, put one of the girls out. And so later on in the episode, we see them trying to figure out what they're going to do about these churn, what they're going to do about the churn. Kirk is so upset. There's a whole nother scene I ain't get to yet with Kirk. He sort of has a whole breakdown. It's actually the next scene where all the guys get together with their kids, which I thought was a very powerful moment. All the guys got together with their sons. I shouldn't say their kids. They had their sons. Mendices was there with his son. Hell, even Sierra's ex-boyfriend, who don't nobody even care about him, but he was there with his son. And Jock was there with his son. So Safari was there. And they were just talking about men stuff and mental health and their relationship with their sons and, building those relationships and being there for each other and looking out for each other and, checking on each other. It was a good conversation. And then when Kirk showed up and he started talking, Kirk had like a whole breakdown talking about his kids. And he was saying, he remembers being on welfare and standing in line to get the free food. And the fact that his kids are just so willing to just, not care about him or his feelings or even what he worked hard for because they so caught up in their own selfishness. And he just had a whole moment. And I think it was a real moment. Like, I don't think he was acting. Like, we know that Kirk and Rashida ain't above, creating storylines. But I think this was real. I think he really felt that. We know earlier in the season we saw the fact that he was estranged from his oldest son. And so I think that it was real when he talks about the sacrifices he's made and the things he's done for his kids and how right now with things being the way they are with the kids in the restaurant, that he just feels some kind of way about it, so that conversation sparked Scrappy to say, listen, I need to get to the bottom, because he said that he felt, because Safari was talking and he felt like Safari just wasn't working hard enough to save his relationship. He said that there are times when I want to give up, there are times when she want to give up, and we might have even thought about giving up, but I'm still there and I want to work on my relationship, and I just think Safari is giving up too soon. I'm gonna get back to Safari in a second. The other thing that had happened down to the premiere was Spice. They talked to Spice about, her tour. Not her tour, but her little press tour and the new album, and the fact that she was on Wendy Williams saying she was single, and she was like, listen, at the time I went on Wendy Williams, me and him was beefing. We wasn't in a good place. I ain't know where I stood. I damn sure wasn't about to stand on national TV and claim a man that I didn't know whether he was claiming me. She said if we was in a good place, if we was in a better place, then that's what I would have said. I would have said, hey, I ain't married, but I got me a man. But since, I ain't know where we stood, I'm single. I said, I know that's right, Spice, because what you ain't going to do is sit here and get me caught up with some dude that may or may not be claiming me. No, ma'am, no, Pam. Nope. So then we get to her album release, and she actually invited her man to come through. There was a cute little party, and, the usual suspects was there. Carly Red was in the front row cheering the loudest. I think her and Carly Red are friends in real life, because I've seen them on social, Instagram. All the way you can always tell who really friends in real life is who hanging out when they not filming. When they get to filming, or that they're filming, and you start seeing people post with each other, you be like, whatever. But when they hanging out and they ain't filming nothing, that's how you know who friends in real life. And I see Carly and Spice together all the time, so I think they friends in real life. Now, she invited the boyfriend to show up. She said, listen, we've been talking, but things just still ain't good. We still ain't in a good place, but we talking to each other. So she pulled him aside so they could talk and they could work things out. Now, here's what irritated me with this situation. From what I remember, they started beefing because he had a problem with her stage persona. He had a problem with the twerking and the splits and the booty shorts and the half naked and the boobs hanging out. Like, he had a problem with the on stage Spice. Now, they got having a conversation about support and who's going, him not supporting her and him not being there for her and how she needs his support and she needs him to be there. No. Talk about the real problem. Because at the end of the day, that is who you were before you met him. And it is effed up and unfair of him to try to put that on you to say, yeah, I don't like how you on stage, when that's who you were. It'd be different if you were doing one thing and you were switching up your persona, or you were playing around with different personalities, but you were the same person. And I had a problem with that. I had a problem, and I feel like they didn't deal with the issue. But of course they made up, and they all, she was all smiles and yady yays and gotta goo goo whatever. So then we see this whole fake bootleg, wasn't even convincing, wasn't even funny, New Jack City, Martin setup, it was terrible. Scrappy had called everybody to come together. They meeting in a warehouse. He asked everybody to wear black, talking about something. He gonna get to the bottom of what happened down to the Dubai. And he done invited Mendices and Yandy. They didn't listen. They was getting married. They don't know nothing about what Mama D was doing and her shenanigans. And he invited Sierra, Mama D, and Bambi. And he had this fake ass stuffed dog, right? Talking about something. I love New Jack City and I love Martin. But my thing is this: if you're gonna do it, do it. Commit to the shit. See, when Martin did it with the stuffed dog, he committed to that shit, okay? Scrappy coming there with a daggone cigar that he lit, but it ain't really lit because he can't be around, or he shouldn't be around his wife smoking a cigar like that. She 9 months pregnant, okay? So basically, he trying to get to the bottom of what happened in Dubai. And to make a long story short, they did this whole little fake ass scene just for Mama D to admit that she was drunk and she ain't really actually hear Bambi say Sierra never really said that. Bambi said that she was gonna take his money. Bambi was like, I did say I wanted a divorce though. I said that, but ain't nobody say nothing about no money. He gonna say, well, Mama, were you drunk? I mean, I might have been. See, that's that bullshit. Ain't nobody got time to be dealing with Mama D and her shenanigans. Ain't nobody got time for the shenanigans. So anyway, they end up leaving. He has a one-on-one with Bambi, and they basically decide that they do love each other and they're going to work on it. She says she's glad to see that he's getting some help for his mental health. And I don't know if that was played up for the purposes of the storyline, or if Scrappy's really been struggling with some mental health, because she said that she's really happy to see that he's getting some help for that, and she loves him and she wants to work things out. So yay for them. And then at the end of the episode, we see that the baby was here, which of course we know, and the baby is a cutie, and I don't know, she went on and told the doctor to tie them tubes while he was down there. But Bambi, I ain't here to tell nobody about their family planning, because I feel like if you want 20 kids and you can afford 20 kids, have 20 kids. But what I will say is, Bambi, just take a rest, baby. Take a rest. Give yourself some time to deal with the 3 babies. You got 3 kids under 5, baby. That's a lot. That's a lot, okay? Their oldest son just started school. And I'm sure it was like pre-K 3, pre-K 4. Okay, girl, give your body time to rest. Give your mental time to rest, and just enjoy the moment with them 3 churn running around the house. Okay, and if you want more kids in about a year or so, I mean, girl, do you? But I'm just saying, take a minute. And I mean, I know that the third one wasn't really playing, but okay, it can happen again. Anyway, so then we got Erica and Safari. Listen, I don't care. I told y'all last week I didn't care. Didn't I tell y'all I didn't care? Safari's at the house. He said he ain't been back to the house. He living, hear Erica tell the story. He living down the street. Listen, this is what the conclusion I've come to about the Erica Safari situation. There are 2 things that I'm not absolving Erica, because I know this woman ain't perfect, and I know this woman ain't done everything perfect. But let's put this on Safari for a second, because the one thing I do believe is that Erica wanted her marriage to work, and Erica was willing to fight for her marriage. But what Erica ain't gonna do is continue to look like a fool while you out here playing games. Last week, after he admitted that he cheated on her, and in his mind he had this rationale that they weren't in a good place, so it wasn't really cheating. See, that's that 5-year-old bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that, Safari. You know it's wrong. Like, that's bullshit. But 2 things I walk away from Safari with. One is, I don't know what happened in Safari's childhood. He has a really big problem with arguing. At least so it seems here. Now, I know him and Nicki Minaj used to get in some real bad arguments back in the day, but it leads me now to believe or to question who was the aggressor in those scenarios. And if because of some of those things that he went through with Nicki, is that the reason why he's doing what he's doing and acting the way he acting with Erica? Because we know Erica has a very fiery temper and she go off. And again, I'm not absolving her because I feel like she probably say some shit she shouldn't say and does things she shouldn't do. He said the last time he was at the house, he had to call the police because she was throwing shit at him and threatening him. And he was like, you won't get me caught up. And that's smart. That was smart. But what's not smart is the thing about relationships, whether it's a friendship, whether it's sexual, y'all gonna fight. Y'all not gonna get along. Y'all not gonna always like each other. And I feel like Safari is quick to walk away. But the one thing he has consistently said is he doesn't want to be around the arguing. He doesn't want his kids to grow up about that because it scars them. And the way he said it leads me to believe that maybe his childhood, he had some of that stuff going on. I'm not absolving him of his bad behavior, but I feel like he needs to get some therapy for maybe some childhood trauma he had. Maybe he grew up seeing his parents arguing and fighting, and it's affected him some kind of way. My other problem with Safari is I agree with Scrappy. He ain't working hard enough. Marriage is not easy. Y'all got married. Y'all were stuck together through a pandemic. You had a young baby, then you turn around and had another baby, and in the meantime and in between time, the reality is y'all probably was having some personality issues from being around each other all day, every day. That's hard. That's a lot. So I don't know. I mean, at this point, it just may be broken beyond repair. But I feel like Safari I feel like he cut and run way soon. Now again, we only getting a snapshot. I don't know how bad things really got between him and Erica, but it just, I don't know. Anyway. But I don't recommend anybody to stay in an abusive relationship. So if Safari felt like Erica was verbally abusive and even physically abusive towards him, then no, I'm not. He did the right thing by leaving. Let me be very clear, because domestic violence goes both ways. So it is not okay for Erica to be aggressive towards him. It is certainly not okay for Erica to put her hands on him or throw things at him. That is not okay. And I'm not making no excuses for it, okay? All right. So then we see Kirk meeting with Rashida, and they decide they're going to meet with the kids one by one and talk to them about what's going on. They've made some decisions. Long story short, they fired every damn body. They fired everybody. Fired the kids, girlfriends, all that. Because they were like, listen, this is what we not getting ready to do. We not getting ready to sit here and continuously deal with this, the disrespect and everything else, and put our business in jeopardy. Because Rashida was like, I will sell the damn bistro or close the shit down before I continue to allow it to tear my family up. And what's interesting is that all the kids was cool with it. And what Kirk told the kids that are his, the two boys and the girl, listen, we would rather help y'all start your own business and be your own bosses, rather than continue this bullshit. Like, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep doing this. And for that, I wish them well. And maybe they'll understand how hard it is when they're on the other side. Okay. Then we have, of course, the famous, Love and Hip Hop finale, what everybody doing now. So Yandy and Mendices are great. They living their best life in Atlanta with their matching Gucci outfits down on the trampoline in the backyard. What's her name? The rapper, the light, I don't want to say light skin because then y'all be like, she colorist, she a colorist. But the rapper, the rapper who mama, she got into the fight with the mama, y'all know who I'm talking about. She said that life is great. She got her kids. It's been a hard year, but things are looking up. It's good. Okay. Then we had the other rapper, I don't know the Deion Ferris daughter. She said she was looking for love, but she found love in money because she done signed her record deal and life is good. Bambi and Scrap, I already told y'all they got their baby. They doing good. They going to therapy. They working on it. It's a progress. It's a work in progress. Young Jacques has opened up a new business, honey, rims, custom rims and wheels. Him and his son are doing better. And he said that he think his son is figuring out basically who to ride with. So that makes me feel like that the son ain't really hanging out with them people no more that Jacques was worried about. Spice is doing good. Her and the man is doing good. He's a good father figure for her kids, and she loves him, and they making it work. The other rappers, see, I don't remember these people's name, and that's no disrespect. I just don't remember y'all name. I'm sorry. They showed, like, we seen y'all in 3 episodes, 4 episodes. But the one who was rapping about her mama, she said that, you know, she's doing good and being able to rap about her childhood has helped her process and deal with some childhood trauma, and it is actually helping her and her mama's relationship. So listen, everybody good. Love and Hip Hop, we don't need a reunion. We good. We don't need no reunion for this season. Oh, Sierra bought a house with her man, and they still trying to make a baby. Sierra and her daughter good. Everybody's happy. Everybody's great. Okay. We don't need no reunion, no. There's nothing to reunion about. There ain't nothing to reunion about here. We don't need no reunion. We don't need no reunion. Okay. Good night.